What's up, people? Today we're going to be unboxing the 11-inch M1 iPad Pro right after this.
You say that all is good. You say that all.
Welcome back. If you're new to the channel, I'm Kedrick Foster. I do unboxings and reviews of all the latest tech. So if you like that type of content, hit that like and that subscribe button. So I did not get my hands on the 12.9 inch as of yet. I'm not one of the big YouTubers yet, but I did manage to get my hands on the 11-inch version. So we're going to go over the unboxing, see what comes in the box, and we're going to go over any of the new features and see if it's worth the upgrade. Alright, so let's get into the box. So, classic iPad packaging. You first present it with the iPad itself. There. Set that here. You have your instruction manual. You have your USB Type-C to Type-C cable and your power brick. So let's set all that back here. Set the box off to the side. The iPad itself. And if you want a size comparison, this here is the 12.9 inch versus the 11 inch. So to me, the 11 inch is really the perfect size as far as like having something that's portable but very capable of getting any job you need done. 11 inch is the way to go. But unfortunately, some of the best upgrades is not available on the 11 inch. They're only available on the 12.9 inch, but we're gonna get to that. Peel your plastic off. And you have your iPad. And like I said, I'm still impressed with the quality of this product. The aluminum back, the full glass front. You can definitely feel how premium it is when you're holding it in your hand. And it's very thin. So this is pretty much feels similar to the 2020 version. So all of the upgrades are in the inside. The outside looks exactly the same. So let's go ahead and get it powered up. I'm gonna go and get everything set up. And once it's set up, I'll be back. Alright, so now that I have everything set up, we're gonna go into the iPad. I'm just gonna look around, see if there's any noticeable difference. I know there's not gonna be, but I gotta check anyway. So yeah, just like I suspected, there's no real noticeable difference to the iPad. Has the exact same display on the 11 inch. So let's go into some of the new things that Apple introduced on the 2021 version. So for one, we now have the M1 chip, but in reality, the M1 chip is nothing but the latest iPad chip. They just named it the M1. So there's no real big difference there. It's really, if you want to get technical, it's really a marketing scheme. So they took the same chip that they were using in the iPads originally, but instead of naming a new generation the A14X or how they normally do it, they named it the M1, and they took the iPad chip and put it in the MacBook Air. So now that we're getting the M1 back in the iPad, it feels like it's a little bit more than it really is. But with that said, there still should be a slight performance increase in the iPad, but it's nothing that's going to blow your socks away. We also now have a Thunderbolt port on the bottom, replacing the normal USB Type-C. So there's a lot of things you can do with this, but the main benefit is higher transfer speeds. So now if you're transferring files off an external USB hard drive, those speeds should be a lot faster, and you also can wire this directly to a monitor. So that's cool. If that's something that you do with your iPad, that's going to be definitely an added benefit. The next upgrade they added was now this does offer 5G. So if you're one like me that likes to take your iPad on the go with you, you now have that added benefit of those higher speeds if you have 5G in your area. So that's really about where the upgrades on the 11-inch ends. Now if you were going to jump for the 12.9 inch, then you would get that upgraded display, which is the Mini LED Pro HDR, XDR, whatever they call it. It's a better screen using mini LEDs, which is supposed to be like the equivalent to OLED in your TVs, where each LED is individually illuminated, which should be able to give you those deeper blacks when you're trying to watch your HDR content. So other than that, to be honest with you, I don't really see the reason to upgrade if you already have either the 2018 or the 2020 versions of the iPad. I probably would at least hold off to WWDC to see if there's any additional announcements as far as what's going to be coming to the iPad once they upgrade the operating system. Two things that they may announce that should make you want to run and go get an iPad. Well, at least for me. Number one is if they bring the ability to use desktop style apps on the iPad, that's what make me want to get one. Now, they're both running the M1 chip, so it should be technically possible. Now, this iPad has 16 gigs of RAM on it, and it's running the M1 chip, so I don't know why they wouldn't, unless they're worried about taking money out of their own pockets, because if that's the case, a lot of people will buy an iPad and will not buy a MacBook, so that might be a reason. And number two would be if they can add a real desktop style file management system. That would be great for me, because if you've already used the iPad and you tried to download a file or transfer a file from a hard drive to your iPad, you know all you get is the spinning wheel versus an actual progress bar with a percentage to let you know how much of your file has been transferred versus just guessing with the spinning circle. I don't know, it drives me crazy. So those two things are on the top of my list: pro style apps and a upgraded file management system. WWDC is going to be on June 7th, so let's see. I mean, like I said, if they add those type of features, I'll definitely be making a video about it. But other than that, like I said, if you're going to go for the 11-inch, I probably will hold off on getting this, honestly. Like I said, this is a really good piece of tech, but it's not really worth the upgrade if you're already using the 18 or the 2020 version. Now, if you do not have an iPad at all and you're looking to buy one, then of course, future-proof yourself and go ahead and get this one. But if you already have an iPad, I wouldn't upgrade to it. Now, if you're using the 12.9 inch, there's a slight reason to upgrade, and that's of course because the 12 inch now has that upgraded mini LED display. So other than that, it's gonna be the end of this video. If y'all have any questions about anything that I said so far, just let me know. Questions about the 11 inch or questions about the 12 inch from 2020, drop them down in the comment section and I'll be sure to get to them. But for now, that's it. I want to thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate all the support y'all gave me so far. And until the next time, peace out.